Hey, what's up? So in this video today, I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about upgrading your vehicle inside of Drivewall. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and like, it'll really help me out and I'd really appreciate it. So to start off, to upgrade your vehicle, you have to go to the garage button on the right side of your screen, click it, then this screen will pop up. To choose your vehicle, you've got to go to swap car and click on the vehicle of your choice. I'm going to choose the Contender Fiend because why not? Then you have to click the customize button. So if you have a look around here, it will all look a bit daunting and confusing to start off with, but this is why I'm here. For the first tab, it is the engine. This is where you upgrade your vehicle's power to make it more powerful and faster. So the first thing you can do is swap out your engine to choose one that is more powerful than your current one. There is multiple different to choose one. As it ascends, it goes more expensive and better. It will usually change your horsepower and the weight and also the ranking. The ranking of your vehicle is shown in the top of your screen right here. Depending on whether you're getting a better engine or a worse engine, it will remove rank or it will improve rank. As you can see though, I won't upgrade this engine because all of them remove rank from it. The stock engine for this car is better than the swaps. Next up is the pistons. The pistons are basically just a quick upgrade for it. Just like most of these things in here, all you have to do is choose a race pistons. It will upgrade your horsepower the most and it will upgrade your ranking the most. Next up is crank. Crank is the same, just go for the race crank, it's the best. Same for exhaust, go for the race exhaust. Next up is aspiration. For aspiration, there are 3 different kinds of aspiration and 3 different categories of which they are in: the sport, the track, and the race. Race is always the best, track is always the medium, and sport is always the lowest, but then there's also stock, which is a bit worse. Now what you can do is you can choose between a race twin turbo, a race turbo, or a supercharger. Now the differences between these, it gives you different amounts of horsepower and different amounts of ranking added, but the one that gives you the most seems to be the race turbo. They do also sound different, I believe, so it's all up to you, but I would personally go for the race turbo. Next up is intake, which is the same as these ones, just go for the race intake, and for the clutch, also go for the race clutch, but this is for a different reason. What the clutch does is it lowers the amount of time it takes for you to change your gears. If you use the race clutch, it pluses 100% shift speed and goes to 0.1 second from 0.2 seconds. And for nitrous, just get race nitrous, it's the fastest and the best. Next up for body, this is where you can change your body, change the body kit, and also add other accessories. So to start off with is the license plate. You can choose the license plate you want. All you have to do is type in what you want in this box over here. I'll type in cheese, for example, because who doesn't like cheese? Then all you have to do is click this arrow in the blue box and that is applied and changed. Now you can also change the look of your license plate by just choosing one of the preferable ones that you like. Now, for example, I'm going to choose this one because I like the Morikawa carbon fiber. Next up is body kits. So this is where you can change the bumper and the fenders. It can be wide version or normal version, and you can also add a sunroof and other stuff like that. You can also upgrade these in the bumper area and the corresponding other menus. The next one is the diffuser. This is meant for aerodynamics, however, within this game it is just cosmetics, so you can choose it whether you like it. You can also add roof mods such as roof racks and ski boards, but I personally don't like adding those. You can also add liveries depending on the car. You can add it to the hood, the trunk, or the roof even. You can also add a tow hook if you'd like. You can choose between these ones. Next up are the rims. Now these are all just personal preference. You can choose between more expensive ones depending on which ones you like, whether you want to go for this one or this one or even this one. So it's all down to what you like. Next up for the tires, there is the off-road tires, the sport tires, and the race tires. For the race tires, those are for grip, where you want more grip when you're racing. For the sport tires, this is where you want a little less grip so you can drift more. And the off-road tires are of course for off-road vehicles. For the brakes, go for race brakes because it stops the car quicker. For the gear tuning, all you want to do is go to the gearbox and buy the highest one you can. I usually don't mess with the gear tuning, but if you move the final drive all the way to the left, then it will give it higher top speed, but it will lower its acceleration. And if you move it all the way to the right, it will higher the acceleration, but lower the top speed. Next up is the suspension. You'll want to go to change suspension and choose custom suspension. For the ride height, you can choose how high each side of the vehicle goes. You can also link it together by clicking this button here, and then it will move up and down together. But you can also move them separately, so have the front down and the back up, or the back up and the front down. It's all up to you. For the offset, this just shows how far in or out the wheels are. You can choose them to be really far out, or you can choose them to be really far in, or you can just choose them to be normal. You can also link it so it moves together or separate it so you can have it opposite. For the camber, this angles your wheels outwards or inwards depending on which side you go, and you can get less grip or more grip depending on which side you go. If you go further outwards, then you will lose your grip and be able to drift better, but if you go inwards, you'll get more grip, but don't go too far for either of them, otherwise it's going to mess up your car a bit. You'll get too much oversteer or too much understeer. I usually move it outwards just a bit. For the springs, stiffness is how springy the springs are when you go over bumps. For example, if it's less, then you will go over the bumps more smoothly and not be able to feel it, but if it's harder, then you will go over the bumps with a bit of a jump. You want a softer stiffness if you are in a off-road vehicle, and you'll want a harder stiffness if you are in a on-road racing vehicle. I'm not going to mess with dampening because I don't really know what it does. The angle of steering just changes the angle of which your car can steer. I would suggest just leaving that the same, and top speed modifier changes the max top speed of your vehicle, I'm guessing. Next up is visuals. I'm going to go through this quick. On the left side, there's a slider up here which changes the shininess of the vehicle. You can have it really shiny or matte black. I prefer going matte black or just keeping it normal. Then there is also materials. You can change the kinds of materials, like if you like dry carbon fiber, you can choose that, or gloss, or metallic, or matte. Just depends on how you feel. The original is smooth plastic, just so you know that. To be able to change the color of the car, all you have to do is come over here and choose the bits that you want to change. For example, if I want to change the wheels and the body at the same time, all I'll do is click the body, rims, and click the color of my choice. For example, I can go with pink, red, green, or yellow. And you can do this with almost anything that is on your car. Next up is the exhaust. You can change your nitro to shock diamond, smoke, or stock, or modern if you've got the Game Pass, but that does require a Game Pass. And change the color of your nitro flame will cost 200 Robux to be able to buy the Game Pass. And same for backfire. You can get a modern version of backfire, but you need the Game Pass for it. Next up is underglow. For underglow, you require a Game Pass to be able to change the color and to be able to use it at all, but basically it just adds a color underneath your car and a light with that color. And once you're done with everything and like your car, all you have to do is click this arrow button to go back and then click drive. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was useful to you and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help me out and I'll really appreciate it, and bye.